Credible election is the bedrock of good democracy, and for elections to be successful and democratic, it is necessary for voters to understand their rights, responsibilities, and to be adequately informed about how to participate meaningfully in the voting and the entire electioneering process. Today on Panorama, we shall be focusing on necessary information on the electorates as the nation prepares for 2023 general elections. I am Lanre Idowu, welcoming you to Panorama, reaching you live from NTA Ibadan Network Center. Thanks for joining us. President Muhammadu Buhari extends heartfelt condolences to President Yoon Suk Yeol, the government and people of the Federal Republic of South Korea, as well as families of victims of the tragic incident at Itaewon in Seoul District. The president sends prayerful wishes for speedy recovery of the injured, healing and comfort to the entire nation as they grieve the heartbreaking loss of over 150 people, mostly teenagers and people in their 20s. President Buhari assures President Yoon that Nigeria stands with the people of Korea at these difficult and trying moments. Before now, the Nigerian civil service has been allegedly regarded as a workplace where workers indulge in indolence and nepotism. This perception is, however, changing with the commencement of the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan 2021 to 2025, focused on rewarding competence and skills. Now, the Ministry of Justice also commenced training of its directors on implementing the needed reforms for improved performance at work.
Current Annual Performance Evaluation Report, APA. The federal government adopted the new performance management system, which is called also the Employee Performance Appraisal System for the Nigerian Public Service. The merits of the PMS include reward for work done, objectivity in appraisal over a long period.
We're focusing on skills, knowledge that is required, not presenteeism and not longevity. It's going to be a bitter pill to swallow. Because what we're saying is, the fact that you spend 30 years in service does not automatically guarantee you this position, except you have added value as you're moving up the ladder.
This ministry has established a performance criteria category table to evaluate each worker's outputs. The Nigerian Police Force has described as false the report that the Federal Capital Territory was being saturated with bombs. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi warns against spreading falsehood as it will not do the country any good. CSP Adejobi reiterates that the Federal Capital Territory is safe and there is no imminent threat. Neither is the FCT being saturated with bombs as speculated. The PRO therefore urged residents of the FCT and Nigerians at large to disregard this fake news, which was purportedly sponsored to create fear and heat up the polity. Securing Nigeria by reducing crimes to the barest minimum, is the topmost priority of the Nigerian police force, and this can be achieved by partnering with other stakeholders and provision of necessary tools. The Inspector General of Police, Alkali Usman Baba, made this known when he inaugurated an anti-bomb police station and a barrack at Abuja, Delta State. Rosemary Omani reports.
I commissioned this police station. May God help us.
Those are the official inauguration of the two edifices, the anti-bomb modern police station and the officers' barrack, both inside Igbuzo police station in Oshimile North local government area. The project, designed personally by the IJP, is one of the 120 modern police stations approved by him across the country. The police station is equipped with CCTV cameras, solar power installation, among others.
We need to protect it. We need to take ownership of it so that the police will be able to maintain it.
It will interest you all to know that today our father, the IGP, has wiped away part of our tears, which is why we are all here to celebrate.
IJP seized the opportunity to address the issue of America's security alert on Abuja, guaranteeing residents of their security. In Igbuzo, I am Rosemary Omani, NTA News.
The standing elections as a contest will guide electorates and contestants to play the game according to the rules and guidelines for a successful process. Correspondent Oyeyinka Omole in this report examines voters' education in the electioneering process as the 2023 general elections approaches.
Achieving violence-free political campaign, voting rightly, and guiding against electoral malpractices like vote buying remain part of critical issues for major players in the electoral process.
The new guidelines now out. And one major aspect of the guideline is that we must shun violence. As voters, we must vote rightly. Because we have discovered over time there have been so many voided votes. And to vote rightly depends on proper education. And that's why the issue of political education is demanded and required. It's almost by compulsion. If you know you want your votes to count,
it is believed that past elections in the country have been improved upon by the electoral umpire. Stakeholders believe that voter education has to be intensified.
There should be also massive civic education, particularly on the media, both electronics and print. Also on the social media, because there's quite a lot of misinformation, wrong messages on the social media. So there should be an effort towards reaching out. There we also appeal to the political parties. They should also remember that one of their cardinal functions is to educate, sensitize, and mobilize the citizens. I think they should do the needful.
They also suggested adhering to issue-based campaign guided by conscience to avoid heating up the polity. In Ibadan, Oyeyinka Omole, NTA News.
We now pause for some messages. Panorama continues shortly, and our guest will be in the studio after the break. Stay with us.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
You're welcome back. Joining me in the studio is Rosemary Alaba Adeni, Head Voter Education, Publicity and Civil Society and Gender Department, Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, Oyo State. Welcome to Panorama.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you, viewers at home. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Now, as the nation prepares for the 2023 general elections, what are the issues of interest on voters' education?
Voter education basically is to educate and inform the voters on their responsibilities before, during, and after the elections. Those are the basic things that they need to know, especially during the elections and after the elections, their responsibility, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
What is expected of the electorate at this stage of preparation for the elections?
What is expected of the electorate is, first of all, to make sure that they have their PVCs at hand. They should make sure they collect their PVCs at hand. Those people that have their PVCs already, they should always take care of their PVC and they should not sell their PVCs. They should also know that the elections come 2023, on the election day, the election will start at 8:30 a.m. and stop at 2:30 p.m. That is to say that all those people who are on the queue by 2:30 p.m., they will be attended to, even if it takes them till 6 p.m. in the evening. But 2:30 p.m., the queue will be stopped. People will not be allowed to enter the queue anymore.
Okay.
They should also know that they should know the party logo that they are supposed to vote for. They should be conversant with the party logos. They should know by now that this is the party I want to vote for, this is the candidate I want to vote for, and this is the party he or she belongs to. And they should be able to thumbprint the ballot paper in the actual box that they are supposed to, in the appropriate place. They should not allow their fingerprint to smear to another party, so that their votes will not be voided.
Beautiful.
And they should also make sure that they obey rules and regulation when they get to the polling unit. They should obey what the poll officials tells them to do. And after voting, because immediately after you come for the voting,
okay,
you'll be accredited, and at the same time you'll be given your ballot paper to vote immediately.
Okay.
And after voting, you may choose to go back home, or you may choose to stay 300 meters away from the polling unit
to protect their votes.
Beautiful. And you can always watch your vote also, like we've said before. The Beavers is the game changer in this coming elections. After voting, you will stay there or you watch as your vote is coming in.
Okay. Now, talking about the PVC, what at this stage, what is the fate of those that are registered but are yet to collect their PVC?
Those that are yet to collect their PVCs, especially those who registered between July last year, between January to July this year,
Okay.
their cards will be ready in November.
Okay.
They will be able to collect their PVCs in November. But those people who registered between June to December last year, their cards are already ready in our offices. And to give you another insight into what is happening now, you will find out that INEC will start the voter, we will begin a program on the 12th of November. We will begin the displaying of voters register in each polling unit. So everybody can go to view their status on the voters register. And also, if they have complaints or claims and objection, they can always bring it forward. Also, the cards, the PVCs will be taken to the registration areas during that period. We will make announcements when that time comes.
Thank you very much.
So they can always collect their PVCs.
Because of our time, as campaign continues, what is expected of the electorates, politicians, and other stakeholders?
During campaign, the politicians should make sure that their campaigns are issue based. They should make sure that they tell the populace what they want, what they are giving the society. They should not use toggery, they should not use masquerade, they should not use public places like the police station, like the offices, like churches, like mosque. They should not use those places, but they should go to places like mosque, like town halls, and so on. They can do their campaigns there. Open spaces. They can do their campaign there. It should be issue based.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I've been speaking with Rosemary Alabadeni, Head Voter Education, Publicity and Civil Society and Gender Department, INEC, Oyo State. Thank you very much for coming on Panorama.
Thank you.
Moving ahead, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has expressed gratitude once again on behalf of the people and the government of Oyo State to President Muhammadu Buhari on the elevation of Justice Oluwa Kayode Ariwola as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. This was at a reception put together by the Oyo State government to host Justice Ariwola, who hails from Iseyin in Oyo State. Ayomiku Ajibola reports that eminent jurists, including those of the Supreme Court, attended the reception.
It was a well-deserved homecoming for the newly sworn-in Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, as it was hosted by State Governor Seyi Makinde. Describing Justice Olukayode Ariwola's elevation and sworn-in as the Chief Justice of Nigeria by President Muhammadu Buhari as a deserving development and reward for diligence, patriotism, and service to the nation. Governor Seyi Makinde said he has no doubt that the Iseyin-born jurist will restore the glory of the apex courts and the judiciary.
At the beginning of many peace-setting things that will be happening in Oyo State. Please, our advice
going to do great things and make all of you proud of him. His part, Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, while assuring that the judiciary will continue to perform optimally, helped Nigerians, especially political class, to allow the judiciary perform its duty without unnecessary pressure.
And we shall not let down Nigerians.
In attendance at the reception were Supreme Court judges, that of the Appeal Court, High Court, including 4 state governors, among others, in Ibadan. Ayomiku Ajibola, NTA News.
The Kwara State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps has flagged off its Ember Month campaign with a charge on road users to be safety conscious at all time. The campaign is aimed at sensitizing the public to be extra careful at this period when road crashes are usually on the increase due to high volume of vehicular movements across the country. Raliat Ibrahim reports.
That was the official flag off of the Ember Months and roadwork for the 2022 FRSC campaign. The theme for this year's campaign is Avoid Speeding, Overloading and Unsafe Tires to Arrive Alive. The message of the Federal Road Safety Corps is to inform the public that the road has no problem. It is the people's attitude and mindset that cause accidents. The increase in road traffic crash is, however, more pronounced towards the end of the year due to festivities and increased vehicular movement.
That what a new tire is not also a guarantee that that tire is safe. The storage of tire is very, very important to how safe that tire is. Unfortunately, in this line, we do not tire appropriately.
Recklessness on the part of some motorists and unsafe night trips have claimed over 30 lives within the first week of the last quarter of this year.
Stakeholders pledged to play their part as road safety, they noted, is everyone's business. The key message of this year's Ember Month campaign is for drivers to check their vehicle before leaving home, drive responsibly, avoid overloading in parks, and not to drink while driving, with the reminder that life has no spare. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
Similarly, the Federal Road Safety Corps has advised motorists and road users plying Shagamu-Ijebu-Ode axis to be cautious and abide by traffic rules and regulations. The unit commander of Ijebu-Ode Command, ACC Joel Odewoye, gave the advice during the flag-off of 2022 Ember Months campaign at Ijebu-Ode. Correspondent Bumi Oni has the report.
In order to achieve zero road crash and fatality rates in the Ember Month and beyond, the Federal Road Safety Corps RS-221 Ijebu-Ode Command, in its usual norm, organized its annual sensitization event, Ember Month campaign and mega rally for this year with the theme, Avoid Speeding, Overloading and Unsafe Tires to Arrive Alive. Assistant Corps Commander Joel Odewoye urged motorists to try as much as possible to avoid some of the human errors on the highways.
It is so germane for us to make sure that we come and tell people, because they believe that December period, Ember month, September, October, November and December is a rush hour.
Some of the representatives of the transport unions also urged government to put some palliative measures in place on the Shagamu-Ijebu-Ode highway, while they promised to collaborate with the Federal Road Safety Corps to achieve the objectives of the Ember Month campaign.
This program is a program that they should be doing probably every month. It's very, very important. Using a new tire, and a new tire cannot spend more than 2 months before it bursts because of unmotorable road.
There was free medical test for people present at the event. In Ijebu-Ode, Bumi Oni, NTA.
Let's now join our sport desk for the latest from the world of sports.
We begin with football, as head coach of the Nigerians Flamingo, Bankole Olowokere, says the team will seek to end their campaign at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in India on a high as they take on Germany for the bronze medal games Sunday. The final between Colombia and Spain also comes up later today. After their impressive outing against Junior Taifa Stars of Tanzania, Coach Salisu Yusuf said the Olympic Eagles will continue to develop into a compact squad. The Olympic Eagles on Saturday in Ibadan defeated Tanzania 2-0 to qualify for the final round on 3-1 aggregate.
That much fitness, because you know there's no league in Nigeria, and you have to build the players' conditioning to be at the topmost level so that they can be able to play the match in a better condition. But I believe the team will continue to develop.
We all believe we can do it. You know, the coach made us to understand how important this game is. You know, and he put into each and every one of us the desire to win.
Nigeria will host either Uganda or Guinea in the final round of the Under-23 AFCON qualifiers. In the English Premier League, 2 games will be decided Sunday as Arsenal look to return to the top of the table when they play host to Nottingham Forest, while Manchester United welcome West Ham United at Old Trafford. And finally to boxing, where Highlands Katie Taylor retained her IBF, WBA, WBC and WBO World Lightweight title with a comprehensive point win against Karen Elizabeth Karabaya. Taylor, who is returning to the ring for the first time since a split decision win over Puerto Rico's Amanda Serrano in April, won the fight 100-91, 99-91 and 98-92. The 2012 London Olympic gold medalist remains unbeaten in 22 professional fights. With sports update, Oche Ngbedi, NTA News.
Visit on Panorama from Ibadan Network Center. Remember, connect with NTA, be a star, stand against rape and rapists. I am Larry Du. Enjoy the rest of your day.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch NTA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet, and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window to the world.
We all have stories to tell.
Small boy kicked me to open fire, so I said, okay, you can cut the right hand. So that's for how my right hand was cut up.
He's working with Clushy with which year that it was that guy. No, he's not an ordinary eye. No, it's not an eye. Juju use marry his wife.
It all depends on how I handle my story and how you're able to handle your own story.
It is what you decide in your mind that determines you, not your situation.
I don't hear well, but one thing is, we are better together.
Dushman, Lucy, Pius,
Welcome to Against All Odds on the Nigerian Television Authority, a program that brings to your doorstep the lives of persons with disability.